Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the North Rink here at the rinks in Hauppauge. It's time once again for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. Joined alongside Wally Mitchell on the camera, I am Brady Campbell. Kick things off our three-game slate with a freshman matchup. It's the Longwood Lions against the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. Longwood white against Smithtown Hauppauge blue to be exact. The Lions coming in sitting in a decent spot here at 6-4-0, 13 points. They currently sit in 5th place, coming off a 8-5 win over SCHSHL all the way back in December on the 19th. And the Aravena brothers have led the way. Cesar with 3 goals, 1 assist in that last game. He's got 17 goals and 5 helpers on the season to lead his team with 22 points. For the Bulls, well, they started off 3-0 on the season, and then since then it's been anything but pretty. 7 straight losses, 4 of those by 5+ goals. They're now 12 points out of first, and things not looking great playoffs-wise. They sit in 12th place. There's still a little bit of a ways to go, but they certainly want to get back in the win column tonight to change the trajectory of their season. It looks like they got new threads. Maybe we'll change the mojo. Some white alternates there that you will see on your screen in a moment when we drop the puck. But it will be the Bulls and the Lions momentarily coming up next here on the LI Sports Network. We have the national anthem, starting goalies, and puck drop on the way. Stay tuned. My apologies. Looks like no national anthem here to start. We are running a bit late, it seems, so we're just going to get right to it. Bulls in the home white, skating left to right. And the lines of Longwood in the row greens going right to left here. So we look at our starting goalies as we're set for puck drop. It'll be number 39, Leah Nichols, for Smithtown Hauppauge. 4 starts on the season, 4.71 goals against average. She is 2-2-0-0 on the year, trying to get back to above 500 and get her team a victory here tonight. On the other end, it looks to be number 31, Colton Skanga, tonight getting the start. Colton normally plays up as a skater, but he's between the pipes tonight as the puck is down. We are underway. It starts off with a quick icing just 10 seconds in against Smithtown Hauppauge. Only freshman game here tonight. We got JV action on the way next. Both Smithtown Hauppauge teams will be playing each other. And then the varsity game to close out the night. East Islip versus Ward Melville. It's a defensive zone face-off win here for the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls as they look to get things going. Holding on to it, Brody Myers starts the outlet ahead. It gets slowed up in neutral ice. And Christopher Werstein goes back, D to D. Look out, near takeaway there for Longwood. Settling things down to Cesar Aravena. Comes across ice, Werstein couldn't knock it down. Played ahead out of the reach of Vernillo. Dominic Schau drops it off. Donnarumma reverses course out of the reach of Wetzel. held in by Luke Lamacchia. Lamacchia plays it down to the corner. Jonathan Wetzel waiting for it there, number 97 in white. Creates some room for himself and goes up to Schau. Schau gains the zone, flips it in, heads off for a change. 4 fresh bodies out there for the Bulls, as that pass comes just out of the reach of Vernillo. And another pass down the ice. Not sure if it was touched. It was not. It's another icing here against the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. Face-off will come back down near Nichols. Just over a minute into the hockey game. Like Smithtown Hauppauge, Longwood started the season 3-0. It unraveled a little bit. They dropped the next 3, but they've won 3 of their last 4. And currently do sit 2 games above 500. Trying to continue to climb the ranks here in the freshman standings. Bouncing puck comes back out to center. Checked into the boards there was Andrew Michaels. Here's Shankles from the blue line, puts it in deep. He leads the team in assists and points, 5 and 11 respectively. He's got 6 goals on the season as well, but here's Longwood back the other way, and Aravena takes it down to the corner. Sharp angle try. Nichols had it, couldn't quite squeeze it. Wetzel cleared it away for a moment. And Shankles to the line, not out. Held in by Brewer Spinella. Spinella had some trouble with it, so the Lions have to regroup. Cipriani gets it in. And a stretch pass was not touched, but no icing, as it got through Aravena. Trying to pull away from Schau here, through neutral ice, trying to split his way through, and he almost got stood up there, but taking the worst of it instead was Peter O'Sullivan. Or rather, excuse me, that's Werstein for the Bulls. And a big-time reverse hit there by Aravena as the Bulls get it in deep here. Not a whole lot towards either goalie just yet. Just the one shot on that Nichols stopped as Cipriani goes around the boards. Schau poking at it, comes to Werstein at the half wall. He throws it behind the cage. Haas on the backhand, out towards Werstein. It comes to the point. Donnarumma, a wrist shot, knocked down, available in the circle. Aravena gets it out of harm's way. Werstein steers it behind again. Cipriani trying to reverse course. Werstein was waiting for it. Giovanni Cipriani now tries the near side. Boos was able to help it out. That was almost a 2-on-1 there, but the pass just out of the reach of Nalfo. And Wetzel chips it ahead to Haas. And Wetzel streaking up the ice. Haas just puts it into an open area. It slows up, no icing here. And Lamacchia gets to it with 11.5 left in period number 1. Nearly a giveaway there, but it hopped the stick of the charging Michaels. And back ahead comes Longwood. A shot deflects in on goal. Nichols will put the glove on it and get a stoppage. Scoreless here, 11:13 remaining in period number 1 between Smithtown Hauppauge and Longwood. Freshman division actions, we're getting towards the end of our season. The freshman division starts a bit later, so it does end a bit later. But in the other divisions, it's certainly go time. Cipriani holds it in, has some room, walks down the circle and put it high. Comes all the way around. Stepping up to hold it in was Lamacchia. But the Bulls do good work and flip it back out. Cipriani puts it back in. Flipped ahead by Brady Pettit. Waiting for it, Lamacchia. 5 goals, 3 assists on the campaign for him. Pettit got it back. Now Reed Malazewski chips it on. Michaels spins. Couldn't handle the puck. And then it got by him. Off the bench, chipping it in once again was Anthony Donnarumma. Lamacchia with speed. Luke Lamacchia takes it wide to the circle. Backhand try, he scores. Didn't look like he got much on it, but Luke Lamacchia gets Longwood on the board first. It's 1-0. Just blows by the Bulls there. Running out of room. Just throws that backhander along the ice off the far post. Kind of a tricky one there for Nichols to read. And Longwood with the important first goal here in the hockey game. Just about 5 minutes in. Dominic Schau coming back in for the Bulls. Curls back, blew a tire. And that allows Aravena to take it. Trying to start his way up the ice. Got run into that time by Malazewski, who lost his stick. Vernillo back in. Flips it into the corner. Schau has a beat on it. Pressure by Vernillo. Wetzel. Flips it out. Foot race here, and that'll be won by Aravena. Being watched by Dylan Haas. Banks it off the boards. Jason Shankles off the bench, took the puck away. Had a teammate going towards the goal, tries to slide it through. It comes back to him from a tough angle. Not much room there to get it through Colton Skanga, who gets it with the glove. Start to sense a little bit on that shift now after falling behind 1-0. The Bulls starting to press. But it is a face-off win here, a crucial one for Longwood. Then they gave it away. Pettit, right point. Shot got slowed up and blocked. Shankles, though, was able to strip the puck away that time from Aravena. And now a penalty upcoming. It's against Longwood as a shot. Standing save made by Skanga. He didn't quite know where it was, but he does have it. And to the power play will go the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. So tripping call against Cesar Aravena. Face-off will be to the right of Skanga here. Comes back to the point, Donnarumma. Down to Michaels. Michaels throws it in front. Backhand try was blocked. And then another chance flipped over the cage by Malazewski. This is Michaels. Drops it. Jason Shankles trying to dangle his way through. Lost the handle. Got back on it. Goes up top. Donnarumma. Plays it back down to the corner. Malazewski to Pettit. Pettit. Down low Shankles. Place catch. Brady Pettit. Looking for a shooting lane. Back down to the corner. Chip back out to Pettit. He's going to let it go. Shankles looking for the redirection. Didn't get it. And it's cleared out. Nichols will keep play moving here as the Bulls forwards make changes. Halfway through the power play. 8 minutes left in period number 1. Michaels. Pass. Donnarumma. Pokes at it. Delayed offside here. Haas will just send it back towards Pettit. The Bulls team here snake bitten as of late. Of course, we mentioned the records as here's a steal for Lekmanski. Lekmanski inside out. Takes a shot. Glove save by Nichols. What a shorthanded look that was for John Lekmanski. Now a saucer pass. Did Haas get a glove on it? He did. No icing, and they'll be the first one there. Wraps it around. Werstein trying to hold the line. Wetzel helps out. Just skies it into the corner. Christopher Werstein reverses towards Haas. Haas tries to bank it ahead. Lekmanski got a stick on it. Chips it out. Trying to get through Wetzel. Could not. Comes right to Aravena as he hopped back onto the ice as his team gets a crucial kill. It's still 1-0 Longwood, a little bit past the halfway point of period number 1. This is Shankles. Just fires it hard around. Malazewski. Chips it around Lamakia and then got knocked down to the ice. Michaels. Saucer pass knocked down. Skating back out with it, Spinella. Spinella trying to dance through, does. Gets through one, got through another, and he scores! What a goal by Brewer Spinella. 2-0 Lions. How about this? One move. The second one not quite as clean, but he stays with it. Just under the glove of Nichols. That's certainly one for the highlight reel. And a big insurance goal here still early in this one, but it's a 2-0 lead for Longwood. Cipriani, just shy of the red line, will put it in. This could be an icing, and it is. Just a few strides behind that red line. 6:13 left in period number 1. The Bulls team desperate for a win. We mentioned they started out 3-0, I should say, excuse me. And then kind of fell apart. They went up against an 0-3 Southampton team and lost 12-1. And of course, now Southampton is really a force to be reckoned with. But at the time, not only stunning upset, but the way in which it transpired. As Malazewski tried to sneak one through short side and could not. And since then, a team like Southampton has been streaking up the standings while the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls, Smithtown Hauppauge Blue, have been struggling. Behind the play here, I think we might be getting a penalty. And back to the box goes Aravena here. Didn't quite see what it was. We'll find out here in the second. But it appears back to the power play goes Smithtown Hauppauge, and it did look like they called an initial penalty and then tacked on more. And there are 5 minutes up on the board against Aravena. It's a roughing call against him initially, and then he may have gotten some type of misconduct of some sort after the fact. Either way, a golden opportunity here for the Bulls to not only get on the board, maybe tie this game, as a couple saves by Colton Skanga flipped right back through the crease and cleared away. Donnarumma couldn't quite hold it in. So it is roughing and unsportsmanlike conduct against Cesar Aravena. Wetzel brings it in offside. Still the mid to late stages here of period number 1, but this is a crucial juncture here in this hockey game. Bulls certainly don't want to fall behind too much. Of course, this is the opportunity of opportunities to try and get this deficit back, as it is cleared out here by the Lions. 5 minutes left in period number 1. Brady Pettit going to take it all the way back to his own goal line and restart. Here's Haas, blue line and in, took a hard check from Vernillo. Got up looking at the referee, asking for a call that won't come. It gets cleared out again by the Lions. Pettit. A minute gone here in this power play. Not much for Smithtown Hauppauge, aside from that early sequence. Shao throws it into the corner and heads after it. Cipriani gets there. Couldn't get it through Shao. He kicks at it. Worst time. Plays it behind the goal. Haas tries to sneak it through. Comes out to Pettit at the point. Lets one go blocked. It came back to him. Goes up to Donnarumma. Wrist shot. Bouncing down. Oh, what a save! Point blank with the left flipper. We remain a 2-0 game, and now a penalty upcoming. This one might be against the Bulls. And it is. Dylan Haas going for slashing. But we got to look at this. Colton Skanga, point blank, highway robbery right here. On the point shot. What a save that was on worst time. So it's 4-on-4. And it looks like the Smithtown power play will still expire about 10 seconds prior to the Longwood power play, but there'll be about a 10-second man advantage once again for the Bulls when everything sorts itself out. Here's Wetzel. Donnarumma towards Malazewski. Was able to chip it through. Lamakia on the back check. Reed Malazewski knocked to a knee. Still swept it in front and it pinballed on goal, where Skango was able to poke it away. Down the ice. Wetzel takes a stroll behind his own net. Cuts back. Wetzel gonna throw the cross for Michaels. Looking for a path in and finds it. Takes it wide. Tries to throw it in front. Bouncing puck in the slot. Rescued by Lamakia. Michaels got a stick on his pass. It still ends up with Spinelli. Spinelli scored a highlight reel goal moments ago. It gets knocked away. Lekmansky back in, just onside. Lekmansky curls back. Under pressure, we'll just sweep it behind the goal. 20 seconds before Haas returns. And half a minute until Aravena comes back. As puck pops high up in the air here. Lands in the circle. The Bulls will get the clear. Shouldn't be icing here. And so the Bulls now have a brief power play with 2 minutes to go. It's only 12 seconds left though, and they do not have the puck. Lamakia back in for Longwood. Gave it away. Shao goes up the wall, and a 4-minute penalty wiped off the board, helped out by a penalty of Smithtown Hauppauge, as well as Aravena is back out onto the ice. Both teams only 3 subs on the bench. Actually, check that. Smithtown does have 4 skaters on the bench, but both short in manpower tonight. As Aravena from the red line gave it away to Wetzel. And Shao back in, trying to use his speed. Has it knocked away down low, stays with it, can't find the puck. And Aravena goes up the boards. Donnarumma steps up. But it got by him and back out, and the captain, Jonathan Wetzel, got to it that time, ahead of Raymond Boos. Long shot from the blue line, flipped in on goal, and Skanga will play it away. Final 60 seconds of period number 1. Aravena gave it away at the blue line. Shao under heavy pressure here from Ganolfo. But Shao will just flip it, deflect it slightly. Bulls will make a wholesale change with 35 left. Schenkel's trying to knock it away from Lamakia, and the Longwood captain not making it easy. Puck available there. Logjam at the red line. The ref couldn't get out of the way either. Final 15 here of the period. This is Aravena. To Ganolfo. Final 10 seconds. Can Ganolfo stay on side? Not quite. With 5.9 left, we get a whistle. Longwood got to be feeling pretty good about this first period, and fairly evenly played first. But they have the 2 goals. 2-0 after 1. Brewer Spinella just prior to that. Luke Lamakia got the scoring started. 2-0 Lions. Will be back for the second momentarily right here on the LI Sports Network. Back for period number 2 on the LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Wally Mitchell on camera. It's a 2-0 lead for Longwood over Smithtown Hauppauge after the first 15 minutes of action here on the North Rink in this freshman division matchup. Couple of plays for the highlight reel, and here comes Longwood back in again. The potential 2-on-1, broken 2-on-0 almost, and a shot whistled wide. And now Shankles goes across to Michaels. Holds on to it. Long reach of Cipriani trying to strip it away, but a saucer pass. Shankles denied. Turnaround shot blocked. Colton Skanga looks locked in right now. Looks like he got that right pad, basically the right toe. One of the right toes at least on that chance by Shankles. Numbers for the Bulls again down low. Michaels got it through. Shankles denied. Makes a big save there. How about this one just prior to that? The Bulls starting the press here. Coming out of the second to start this second period. Can't quite tell what that hit. I think he got a piece of it. Either way, a near chance for Smithtown Hauppauge. That wouldn't find the back of the net. Shot on, he swallows this one up, gets the whistle again. Face off to the left of the crease once again, and Haas wins it back. Saucer pass was deflected away. Donnarumma stumbled down. Vernillo had Spinella breaking. He couldn't get the pass through. Here's Haas. Plays it through his legs. Look out, Arvena charging back. Helped out by Cipriani. And the Lions take the puck back and then given away by Vernillo, or nearly given away. And then he gets cross-checked to the ice. And then Spinella got a shove from Werstein as well, who's none too pleased. He's the one that's going to go. High sticking is going to be the official call. And the first power play for Longwood coming up. The Longwood team that's had a pretty decent power play this season. Cesar Aravena, go figure, leads the team with 3 goals and 1 assist in the power play category. Well, it starts with a face-off win for the Bulls, and Wetzel will eat some clock and go for Haas. Flips it out towards Schau. Lamacchia brings it back in. Down to the half wall, down to the corner, and takes it wide. Luke Lamacchia, watched by Wetzel. On the cutback, spins a backhander right through the slot, comes out to Aravena. Holds, shoots through traffic, and Leah Nichols able to find it and hold on. Huge stop right there for the Bulls. Face-off will stay in their end with 1:31 left on the penalty. Flip towards the line, held in by Lamacchia. Has a little bit of time, goes down to the half wall. Returned. Lamacchia, wrister, deflected out high. Turnaround shot. Vernillo had it blocked. And then went through Lekmansky. Vernillo towards the front. Intercepted by Malazewski. His clearing attempt was deflected by Shankles and just hopped the stick of, looks like Lamacchia. Then Malazewski was able to chip it ahead. Nearly had himself a shorthanded break halfway through this penalty. Aravena picking up steam through neutral ice, now takes it wide. Aravena holds on to it, centers it, and where is it? It's under Nichols, it wouldn't go. We gotta take another look at this. From my vantage point, I couldn't even tell if the shot got through, but it did. Leah Nichols swimming around in the crease, got the right pad on it, had some help as well. And keeps it a 2-0 game. Big penalty kill here for the Bulls. Still 40 seconds left, though. Centered in front and flipped just wide. Aravena takes the shot. High shot there. Gloved and held by Nichols. 31 seconds left on the penalty. The old saying, your best penalty killer is your goalie. Right now, it certainly is for Smithtown Hauppauge. 12:09 left here in the second period. A heavy shot there from Aravena and his teammate. Trying to shake that one off. Certainly going to feel that one. Carter Vernillo in front. Facing the other way. It hit his leg. Clear for the Bulls. Schenkel shorthanded here. Going to try and push it. Schenkel's going to dance through Aravena. And then the shot blocked off into the glass. Malazewski stumbled down. Schenkel's on the steal. That'll do it for the power play. Couple of great looks for the Lions. They come up empty. They still have the 2-0 lead. Spinella. He has one. Saucers it just out of the reach of Vernillo. This is Wetzel. Werstein plays it ahead. Wetzel trying to find it. Helped out by Schenkels. 2-on-2. From the blue line, flips it in. Gloved and played by Colton Skanga. And it's flipped out Wetzel. To Michaels. Drops it to Schau. Returns it over the shoulder of Michaels. Lamakia, D-to-D pass. Werstein with the pressure down the corner. Now gets the puck. Plays it to the near side. Only one there, Lamakia up the boards. Wetzel waiting for it at the point. Second try, it got chipped down. It looks like a penalty upcoming here against Longwood and Lamakia. Roughing as he knocked Dominic Schau down to the ice. That was as the puck was at the blue line as well. My apologies. Looks like the penalty's against Vernillo. Either way, it is another power play opportunity for the Bulls. They're 0 for Wetzel off the glove that time of Skanga. Haas tried to swing it towards the front, knocked down to the line, held in. Great play by Wetzel. Now he pokes it ahead. Schau to the circle. Dominic Schau lets one go. He scores! Dominic Schau, a PPG, and what a shot that was. How about this shot? Right off that far post, off the bar and in. Oilers wishing they could get a bounce like that. 10-13 left here in the middle frame, and Longwood's lead cut in half. We got ourselves a one-goal hockey game, and here comes Schau again. Schau down the circle, tries to swing it to Haas. Got a stick on it, not enough to get it towards the goal. Haas, Bulls starting to really push now. Tries a backhand try, and that one was stopped by Skanga. Werstein up top. Flip towards the goal, blocked down in front. Lions have numbers. Lamakia going to take it himself. Lamakia flying in and just wristed it wide. He had a full head of steam. Here he is again, dancing through to the high slot. Shot knocked down, came to the side of the goal, where it was played away. Wetzel. Ahead for Haas. Red line nearly got taken out. Still got knocked down. It could have been a lot worse, though. Avoid the initial hit from Spinella. Wetzel to Schenkels on the backhand. Just flips it towards the goal. Knocked down by Lamakia. Takes a bump, keeps it moving, and now Spinella. Spinella, what does he have here in his bag of tricks? Just a shot attempt that pinballed wide. And Schenkels having trouble getting that puck past the referee. Lamakia. Down low. And stumbling down to the ice that time was Bruce. He was locked and loaded for the one-timer. A little bit of a off pass there, and now it's Dylan Haas. Haas lets one rip. Skango with the stop, and he holds on. Things really starting to pick up here in the second. 8:29 left in the period. It's a 2-1 lead for Longwood. Both centermen go down off that face-off. Donnarumma holds it in, plays it down to the wall. A shot from Malazewski from the half wall was blocked. Michaels gets to it. Goes down for Shankles. Up top, Donnarumma has some time. Wrist one towards the goal. Save made through traffic. It bounces in. It looks like Dylan Haas got the last touch. Rather, that's Shankles who got the last touch. We are tied at 2. Oh, so much chaos in front. How about that save? Tracking it through the screen, and Shankles just able to jam that up and over the shoulder of Skanga. We are even. Aravena trying to change that sharp angle try. Save Nichols. Rebound handled by Wetzel. Flip back out. Cipriani has some trouble with it. Intercepted by Michaels. Hammered in from the correct side of center by Shankles. He'll go for a change. Got it on goal anyway, just to make sure. Lekmansky plays it across. That threw the play offside here against Longwood. Exactly halfway through regulation time. Shankles from Michaels and Malazewski. And for Shankles, that's his 7th goal of the year. It ties him with Malazewski and Malone for the most on the Bulls currently. Pettit and Wetzel got the assist on the Schau goal. Both Longwood goals are unassisted, coming from Lamacchia and Spinella, as Wetzel a tough angle trying. Skanga makes the save. A huge second period so far for the Bulls as they climb out of the 2-0 deficit. Trying to climb out of the hole here that has been the middle portion of this season. As Longwood, 3 out of their last 4, trying to make it 4 of their last 5 and keep collecting points. A little bump there from Haas that time as he knocked Ganolfo off the puck, and the Bulls could have been guilty of icing there. Instead, Cipriani forced to play it. Wetzel is able to hold it in. Comes back, Werstein at the point, shot knocked down by Schau, and then he gave it away to Aravena. Cesar Aravena gains the zone, takes it wide, hammers a shot from a tough angle, and it was stopped by Leah Nichols. Werstein trying to backhand one through. Was it timed up by Schau? It was slowed up by Cipriani anyway. Now Schau finds it. Schau couldn't dance through. Werstein just rips one wide. It comes around to the right point for Wetzel. Now Pettit couldn't get it through. Cipriani flips it out on the wrong side of Vernillo. Donnarumma, defenseman, will take a stroll in the offensive zone and fire across corner. Shankles off the bench. Flying in. Helped out by Haas. Flips one right through the top of the crease. And Aravena picking up steam, trying to blow by Donnarumma, and does. Aravena from the circle, and Nichols just got a piece. To the line, not out. Held in by Lekmansky. 5.5 left in the period. Lekmansky takes a bump as he was able to keep the play alive. And the Bulls clear. This is Aravena under pressure. Has to move it as he was double. Plays it ahead for himself. Back in. Shot. Catches the high glass. Boos off the bench. Boos couldn't get through. Spinella Spinella trying to stuff it through. It almost came out the other side of the crease for him. Instead, clear the way and back out. Aravena banks to the head, intercepted by Shankles, and he puts it into the corner. Michaels gets to it. Swiping at it, couldn't reach it. Lamacchia powers through a couple of bowls. Good swipe there by Wetzel. Lamacchia playing the shoulder there. Protects the puck. Goes down behind the cage. Wrap back up towards Boos. Gets there ahead of Michaels. Shankles had it pop off his stick. Michaels, though, skates it out. Trying to get through Lamacchia. Chips it ahead. Aravena will beat him to it, though. Saucers a pass ahead to Spinella. Spinella to the circle. Lets one go. Blocked in front by Wetzel. Another tough angle try. He snuck it through. Second of the game for Brewers. Spinella. Longwood regains the lead. Just able to throw that one on goal as Nichols is getting to the post. And somehow, some way, that one sneaks through. Second of the game for Spinella. And the 7th goal of the season. Bulls coming right back. Wetzel. On the cutback. Just throws one cross ice off the boards. Pettit to the circle. Throws one in front. Redirected on. And Skanga kept it out. Point blank on Haas. Haas got that redirection out of midair there. Great hand-eye. Skanga making himself big as a house there. Pettit lets one go, and that got through, and a stick save. Donnarumma caught by him. Look out here, like Mansky couldn't poke it through Pettit. Huge defensive play, but Spinella held it in. Spinella has two. Shao with the stick lift on the back check. What a dangle! Oh, man alive, what a play! John Lekmansky, 4-2 Lions. Just like that, they get the 2-goal lead back. Spinella perhaps looking for his third. Instead, Lekmansky, oh, what a toe drag. Right around Donnarumma and roofs it, high glove. 3:08 left in the second. Bulls have seen their comeback evaporate. Michaels throws one across. Cipriani got a stick in the way. Shankles wrestled off the puck by Lamacchia. Lekmansky onto Spinella. Spinella trying to dangle through, could not. Lekmansky will just throw it down into the corner. Now Wetzel. Wetzel got run into there, or I should say he ran into his own teammate in Shankles, who was just trying to straddle the line there. Didn't see his teammate coming. Behind the back pass. Spinella in the slot, and Nichols makes the save. Great pass there from Lamacchia. That time Nichols equal to the task. 2:24 left in the period. Crucial final minutes here of this second. Second period that's seen 4 total goals, 2 by each side. It's the Bulls that came back early. Well, now the Lions flipping the script once again. They have the 4-2 lead. Great reception of that pass by Shankles. Into the attacking zone. Just steers it on goal. Stick save. And now Aravena under pressure. Got it tied up, and a great read of that pass from behind the net. Skanga got a stick on it, and he'll cover. So Lekmansky gets just his 3rd goal of the year. Spinella will pick up his 6th assist, and Spinella's 2nd goal unassisted. So only that 4th goal for Longwood has a helper on it. And looked like Dominic Schau had an issue. Perhaps he just came out of the locker room there down in the near side corner. But he's going to come right back and play left wing here. And it comes right to him. He'll go up to the point. Pettit winds and lets one go. Blocked by a couple lines. Now swept towards the front. Cipriani on the interception. He'll sweep it back out to Boos. Ray Boos to Aravena. Wires one from a long ways out. Stick save. Back towards the line. Held in by Vernillo. Is knocked away from him. And here comes Dominic Schau. Schau around Cipriani. Steers in from a tough angle. Big rebound. And Dylan Haas cleans it up. Bulls come back with one late here in the second. It's a one-goal game again. How about this? Watch Dominic Schau. Not sure if he's shooting the shoot or shooting the pass, but he put it in the right spot one way or another as it banked right out to Haas. And Skanga with a great effort couldn't quite reach it. 85 seconds left in the period. We're set up for a great third here. Lamacchia had it knocked away. Spinella able to hold the line. Goes down with it. Don't think the Bulls agreed with that onside call there. But instead, here's Lamacchia. As we hit 1 minute left in the second. Great stick there by Jonathan Wetzel. He's been great back there defensively, as he often is. McManski couldn't get it past Schau. Now it's Werstein. Cross for Wetzel. So the Bulls have the equalizer in them for the second time tonight. Haas just flips it cross corner. Lamacchia, dangerous pass, but got it through Werstein. Chipped out by the Lions. And fired right back in, onside. Haas nearly leaked in too soon. But it's wrapped up the board. Spinella will flip it towards the line. Schenkels held it in, gave it right back to Spinella. And then Spinella lost it. Malazewski looking for the reverse hit. He got the worst of it from Spinella and then swept on goal. It pops out. Final 7 seconds. Schenkels turns. Wrister blocked down. The Lions will clear it out, and that is how the second period comes to an end. A period that saw 5 goals. 3 by the Bulls. They still trail by 1. And Longwood looking to close it out here in these final 15. Don't go anywhere. We got ourselves a finish. Third period on the way next here on LISN. Period number 3 is a go. And what a third period it has the potential to be. 4-3 lead for Longwood over Smithtown Hauppauge. 15 minutes left in regulation. If you're just joining us, welcome in. I'm Brady Campbell. Wally Mitchell running the cam tonight. It was a 2-0 lead for Longwood. After the first 15 minutes, the Bulls got the next 2 early in the second. And Longwood got 2 of their own. The Bulls got a late one in the middle frame. We are set up with a 1-goal lead for the team in green. Aravena streaking in, looking to restore it back to a 2-goal lead. Lost it. Boos backhands it towards the front. Played away from the goal. Spinella, he's got 2. He's able to hold it in. Donnarumma on the second attempt will clear. Aravena in no hurry. Clock is his friend, though we still have a long ways to go here in the third. Boos back towards the front. Shoulder that time into Ganolfo, and it's cleared. First of 3 games here tonight. We've got a JV game up next. Smithtown Hauppauge Red against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue. And then varsity Ward Melville versus East Islip. This is offside against Smithtown Hauppauge. These two teams, ironically, playing in the tight one here tonight, but they are exact opposites when it comes to goal differential coming in. It was plus 19 for Longwood, minus 19 for Smithtown Hauppauge. Of course, the records almost identically flip-flopped as well, if that's a word, if that's a saying. I have no idea. Here's Spinella to the circle as it blocked away by Haas. Cipriani on the backhand. Haas on the interception. Knocked down. Donnarumma. Werstein. Haas chips it out. Trying to catch up to it. Schau will help him out. Schau to the circle. Oh, nearly got through Spinella. Great poke check. Pettit holds it in. Haas keeping it alive as well. And then he steers it down to the corner. And Dominic Schau will be the first one on it. Around the cage, Schau turns to the circle, just feeds it wide. Pettit gonna step up. Knocked to the ice as he kept it alive. Throw across corner. Both players there taking the long ways to get it. Schau down low. Aggressive defense here by the Lions. They're not allowing the Bulls to get much, but it does pop out to Haas. Tries to feed it through. Now lets one go, and I believe he hit his own teammate Werstein, who was parked in front. And oh my goodness, a hip check there on Cipriani. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be tripping against Haas. Been playing a little too much NHL there. He went down, basically tabletop Cipriani, who pops back up to his feet. To the power play goes Longwood. .12:09 left third period, and a must kill with the Bulls. It pretty much goes without saying. They've been able to keep things close despite falling behind twice in this game. But here in the third period, certainly do want to avoid that. Shankles nearly had the steal on Lamakia, and that would have created an all-man rush. Bulls will just dump it down. Lamakia on it for Longwood. Shankles the steal. Trying to center it. Got it through. Malazewski had it blocked by Aravena, who was all over him. To the line. Wetzel holds it in. Not by much, though, and now he's going to hustle back. Aravena pulls away from him. Trying to cut around Pettit. Lets one go, and fighting it off was Nichols. Centering pass. Spinella blocked in front by Pettit. Bulls get the clear after another close call halfway through the penalty. Spinella just gets to it ahead of Malazewski. And here comes Spinella, looking for the hat trick. Plays it behind the goal. And wide open in front was Lekmansky. Got sticked away there. Outside shot. Knocked down by Nichols. There's Wetzel. Aravena kept it alive, and we have a whistle and penalty, I believe, behind the play. It's that back ref. Aravena arguing. Not sure if he's going to be the one to go. That would be his third penalty of the game. At least. That would be his fourth if you group in the unsportsmanlike with the roughing. And here in the SCHSHL, 4 penalties in a game. It's an automatic ejection from the game. Now, I don't know exactly what they called. They put 2 minutes up on the board for Longwood. As every player on the ice in the green jersey, every skater is pleading their case. Aravena, the penalty is on him. 4 penalties in the game, so his night is done. Tough way to end it for him. The call is delay of game. Couldn't quite see exactly what the call was. Did the puck ever pop up in his glove? Because I saw the ref kind of signal almost a hand pass, which of course you can't catch the puck. So it's going to be half a minute here of 4-on-4 hockey. And the Bulls will have a power play. I think Longwood's going to need someone to serve this. Looks like it's going to be Vernillo. Wide open hockey right now. 4-3 game. 10:39 left. Lamacchia. Dumped down the ice on goal. Nichols will steer it away. Wetzel. Wetzel takes it wide. Holds on to it. Spun out of control there. Michaels in to help. 2 seconds and 1. Haas out of the box. It's a power play for the Bulls. For just under a minute and a half. Popped out towards the slot, knocked away. Michaels finds it, and he centered it off the stick of Shao and just wide. Backhand clearing attempt. It got through Wetzel and out. Halfway through the power play for Smithtown Hauppauge, trying to even this game up. Donnarumma takes it wide. Sweeps it behind the goal. Hammer towards the line. Wetzel holds it in. Finds it in his skates. Nice spin there on Boos. Goes D to D. Donnarumma with traffic in front. Blocked down by Lamacchia. Lekmansky to Lamacchia, and he'll skate out. Had it knocked away at the red line. Bulls offside here. They'll touch up as Shao comes back in. Dominic Shao takes it wide. Cuts back. 25 left on the power play. Tries to center it towards Haas. It got blocked. And Shao lost his stick. So it comes up towards Wetzel. Final 10 of the power play. Lamacchia couldn't get it through Werstein. Not a whole lot going on this abbreviated power play for the Bulls. We're back to 5-a-side. Centering pass knocked away. So a crucial kill for Longwood. They stay in front by 1. They'll have to do it without Aravena. Vernillo. Shot knocked down by Nichols. And from one knee there, Vernillo in the right spot. Almost kept that play alive for Longwood. Haas. Nice little move there to get himself free. Brings it over the line. Schenkel's going to the goal. Haas powering through. Haas trying to stuff it. And he couldn't get it through Skanga. 2-on-2 rush Longwood. Ray Boos. Boos towards the circle. Has it knocked away. Almost was able to strip it back. Clear towards the line. Cipriani steps up to hold it in towards the slot. Dinolfo had Boos backdoor. Didn't realize it. Played it through the high slot. No one there. And now Shankles will flip it in. Werstein heads after it with Lamacchia. Halfway through the third period. Score has not changed in the final frame. Longwood leads it 4-3. And a steal. And a 2-on-1. Almost a 2-on-0. Look out. Ganolfo to the slot. Nichols makes the save. Oh my goodness, that was almost disaster for Smithtown Hauppauge. Believe that was Donnarumma, who was the lone man back, and as Longwood was bringing up for the 2-on-1, he didn't realize he was going to the bench. Was Chase able to scramble back into position to make that a tougher shot for Ganolfo, and an easier save for his goalie, Leah Nichols, and we get a timeout. With 7:15 left, everyone gets to catch their breath. What's at stake here? The Bulls on the brink of being eliminated within these next few games from playoff contention. So they need this one to keep themselves alive in that regard. Longwood currently in 5th place. Would love to go 3 games above 500. They're tied with ESM in points currently. They're just 5 out of first, by the way. It's very bunched up there at the top of the standings. And this being the only freshman game tonight, with a lot of teams idle, they can, for the time being, move up. They got Smithtown Hauppauge red on the 30th, 7:10 p.m. puck drop in their next game. That's going to be no easy task. Smithtown blue will play next on the 31st, 9:30 p.m. versus SCHSHL. Both those games can be found right here on the LI Sports Network. 7:15 to go. Face off to the right of Nichols. Spinella plays it down. And the centering pass. Hop the stick of Ganolfo. He tries to throw it in front. And Wetzel on the intercept. Shankles red line and in. Around the board, Shankles again. Shankles wrists it through. Look out. It hit Cipriani. And Skango was in the right position to make the save. Malazewski behind the net. His teammates going to the goal, but the pass taken away by Spinella. He'll chip it out. And this is number 62 here. This is James Cookler. Don't really see him as a skater too often. He often switches on and off with Leah Nichols as the other goaltender, as this is flipped behind. Cookler playing defense right now. Thrown right through the crease. Pops out. And cleared back out by the Lions. Ganolfo works through Cookler, but it's cleared ahead. That was nearly a rush up the ice for the Bolts. Instead, it was almost an icing, but it's not. Shankles the steal. Shankles left it behind. Shao! Oh, it wouldn't go. I don't know if Skanka got a piece. It looked like it hit something. And stayed out. Bulls keep it alive, though. Shao will hold it in right point. Down the boards. Lamakia. Shao gets in the way of that pass. A couple Lions collide as Shao rips one wide. Cipriani lost his stick. He gathers it back as that one hammered right through the crease. That was nearly disastrous for Longwood. Shao with a couple chances on the shift. Shankles back in. Backhand to the head. Dominic Shao has a teammate going to the goal. Great play by Lamakia. Cookler couldn't quite hold it in. Look out. Lekmansky. Can he pull away past Wetzel? Could not. Great defense by Wetzel. Those two tie up. Lekmansky still with a chance from the goal line. That wouldn't go. Shankles couldn't play it past Cipriani. Otherwise, that could have been a 2-on-1. Instead, it's Cookler at the outside of his own net for Wetzel. 4.5 left. Dangerous pass at the line. Offside against Longwood. You got a timeout here for Longwood. Dylan Haas gonna tie his skate laces as well. So now both teams having used their timeouts. 4:28 on the clock. First meeting of the season between these two squads. First and only meeting of the season between these two teams. So we're about halfway through the regular season here in the freshman level. Right at that point. Meanwhile, got divisions like the varsity division only have about 3 games left for each team in the regular season. Freshman's the one that runs the latest. But certainly in this present moment helps out some of the teams like Smithtown, Hauppauge Blue, who need a win tonight. They're trailing by 1 with 4.5 left. On the timeout, the faceoff will be just outside of the ball zone, right in front of their bench. Haas will take the faceoff against Lekmansky. That's won by Haas. Donnarumma snaps one right through the legs of Werstein, but he catches up to it from the red line. Couldn't get it through Spinella. Those two, like it's ping pong going back and forth, and this time Werstein will go back with it, and that's played on for Schau. Nice pass there by Pettit, but Lamaki of the steal, and he clears. Giveaway. Lekmansky bringing it in by his lonesome. Couldn't toe drag this time around Donnarumma. Score the goal like that in tight, close quarters in the second period, which right now is standing up. Longwood trying to make it stick. Cipriani gave it away. Haas banks it on. Lekmansky chops it ahead. Spinella chips it past Donnarumma. Gets back on it. Spinella blocker save by Nichols. Now it's Werstein. Dangles his way through. Onside. Pokes it down the wall for Haas. Haas turns. Banks it out. Donnarumma holds. Shoots. Bouncing puck on goal. Rebound in tight. And Colton Skanga denies. A little pushing and shoving after the whistle here. As Werstein, not much he could do there. Can try to lift it, but a tough angle to get that over. Colton Skangu kicks out that left pad to make the save. There were no penalties after the fact, and 3:04 left. One of the better chances here in the third for Smithtown Hauppauge. Cookler just kept the play alive, and now it gets by him. Ganolfo overskated, and his pass gets by Spinella. Under 3 minutes left. Wetzel had some trouble with the puck. Ganolfo nearly took it away. It's given up by Michaels at the blue line, and just barely flipped out there. Ganolfo, now Boos. Boos have a stick tied up with Malazewski. That's going to be a penalty. And with 2:31 left, Longwood will go to the power play. Malazewski for hooking. And that's the last thing the Bulls needed here is Longwood. Chance here for a potential power play goal to put this game away. The Bulls going to have to dig deep here. We'll see how aggressive they get on the kill, because, of course, if they get through this kill, they'll only have 31 seconds to try and get this game evened up at 5-a-side, or potentially 6-a-side with the extra attacker. Cipriani just fires it wide of the goal. A chance for Donnarumma to get this puck out, and does not. Schenkels will do the job, though. Donnarumma gets locked up by the physical play. Lamakia got to be careful. He doesn't take a penalty. Centering pass knocked away. Cipriani a wrister, and Nichols will hold on to that one. 1:55 left. Here's Spinella. Across. Shot on, right pad save, kicked out with authority by Nichols. Haas couldn't clear. Lekmanski dropped it off to no one, and here's Haas shorthanded. Cipriani gonna cut him off. Haas on the cutback. That could have been a lot more dangerous than it was. And now here comes Lamacchia, 2-on-1. Just onside, Boos gives it back, 2-on-1, a defensive stick by Donnarumma, and then Nichols denies Lamacchia. Meanwhile, after making that pass, Boos got drilled as he tried to center it. The JV teams of the Bulls lining up watching here. It's Haas with the steal. Shankles was with him, but a great poke check by Cipriani. Final minute of play, and Longwood living dangerously here on the power play. Haas shorthanded, centering pass knocked away by Spinella. Final 20 of the power play for Longwood. This could be their last rush. Lost the handle, did Spinella. Had a man in front, but just tried to center it, rolled off his stick, and Nichols will cover, get the stoppage with 40.4 left, 10 seconds left before Malazewski returns. And if the Bulls can get the remainder of this kill, we'll keep an eye on Leah Nichols, who will try and hustle off to the bench for the extra attacker if the Bulls can get there. Shot on, ramped off a stick, high off the glass. Wrapped around the boards, Lekmanski holds it in. We're back to 5 aside, half a minute to go. Knocked down, Boos, and way late there out of the box was Malazewski, who almost timed it perfectly to take that puck away. 20 seconds left. Go time for the Bulls. Shao gonna get to it ahead of Cipriani. Shao down to a knee. Center kicked away. 10 seconds left, and Skanga dives on it, and he has it. And now chaos breaking loose after the whistle. 6.5 seconds left. What a play by Shao. Malazewski driving to the goal. This will pop out to Werstein. He's going to see this one in his nightmares tonight. Didn't get a hold on it. Shao back to his feet, reaching for it. And just able to get the cover. Well, Skanga, the Bulls do have the empty net now. Face-off will be to the left of Skanga. 6.5 to go. Crucial face-off here that virtually could decide the game. Cipriani against Haas. Haas wins it back towards the line. Donnarumma, 3 seconds left. Blocked! And that'll do it. Longwood holds on. What a thriller to get our 3-game slate started. 2-2 goal leads. We still have a 4-period of a 4-3 game. No goals scored for either side in this final frame. And Longwood, by the skin of their teeth, get it done and improve to 7-4-0 on the season. The game winner from John Lekmanski, one for the highlight reel. Big game for both our goalies. And Colin Skanga coming up big in the dying seconds to help deliver his team a victory. Smithtown Hauppauge will drop to 3-8-0. Another valiant effort, just falling short here tonight. Well, we got a full slate of Bulls here tonight. Smithtown Hauppauge Red versus Smithtown Hauppauge Blue JV hockey coming up next. In a few moments from now, be sure to tune in. Should be a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in to this first game. For Wally Mitchell and everyone here at LISN, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score in regulation: Longwood Lions 4 and the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls 3. You've been tuned in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network.